Hello darling hearts, it's GAPS coach Emma here on a bit of a bimble in the May blossom, which is late this year. The hawthorn blossoms are quite late, eh? So much for things getting hotter and hotting up. Everything seems to be cooling down in my estimation as a biodynamic Demeter certified gardener who's been observing the skies and the soils for decades. Quest-i-on. Question. We need to all be asking questions. There was a reason why Yoda said all his phrases back to front. Quest you are on. Well, quest I am on. Question. We must question everything. And I was thinking about pasteurisation because I came back from France and the kids had left some yogurt in the fridge. And they hadn't touched it for 3 weeks. And there was also a jar of cream, of cultured cream, that again hadn't been touched for weeks. I don't know what they'd been eating, but I thought I'd taught them better than that, but it is what it is. And there was also a shop-bought packet of ricotta that had a tiny bit of mould on top. So the yogurt was covered in kind of a blue mould. Now, that could be penicillin. That could be Stilton culture. That could be Roquefort culture, who knows? I mean, it didn't smell particularly cheesy. Oh, there's a beautiful blue dragonfly. It's just so beautiful. I don't know if you can see it now. You won't be able to see that. You won't be able to see that. It's tiny. It's very beautiful, though. And so this yogurt and ricotta had all gone off, but I scraped off the mould and smelt it. And I tasted it. I put it on my tongue. And I thought, if I don't like it, I can spit it out, can't I? I've come to my senses. I can trust my senses. So I amalgamated the yogurt and the cream and this ricotta all in a bowl. And I'm going to drip it to make a big cheese. And this is how we've evolved, by fermenting things. So Louis Pasteur, the father of modern inoculation and jibber-jabbers and things. Louis Pasteur, who discovered that if you cooked things, it would pasteurize them and that would kill all the germs, yeah? Got the wrong end of the stick and he really messed up, and he admitted on his deathbed that he was wrong, right? He said, my companion, my co-worker or my colleague, Antoine Béchamp, actually got it right, because Antoine Béchamp was the one talking about terrain theory. So we are made of germs. There's more germs in your human frame than there are human cells. We're outnumbered 10 to 1. So we are germs. We're living with them symbiotically, yeah? We're living with the germs symbiotically. They are us, we are them. We can't live without them, they can't live without us. So the more we try and kill all known germs dead and pasteurise everything, the more we're just killing ourselves. And it's interesting how the so-called authorities and the powers that be are very keen on telling everyone not to eat pasteurised foods, especially not to eat non-pasteurised foods, especially pregnant women, not supposed to eat raw liver. Pregnant women aren't supposed to eat raw dairy. Pregnant women aren't supposed to eat raw egg yolks. So the inversion is real. So when Yoda was saying everything back to front, we need to swap everything round. We need to, whatever they're saying, the so-called authorities, we need to look at it, ask questions, do some research, and then swap it all round, yeah? Because that's exactly what pregnant women should be eating, you know, all that raw stuff. This whole raw food fad, it's not raw vegetables. Nice bit of salad, nice bit of rocket, yeah, some raw vegetables, good. But mostly, it's raw meats, raw dairy, raw egg yolks that we need to be eating if we really want to be happy, healthy and well. I'm just going through a kissing gate. Why do they call it a kissing gate, I wonder? Hi Magnus. Hi Katie. Yeah, so if we want to find the way forward, we all need to be on the quest and all need to ask questions. We quest-i-on. I am on a quest to find out what's going on. What the heck's going on? What we're being told is not necessarily what is actually right and good for us. So the only reason I'm doing these lives is so I can put a roof over my head, right? And of course I want to help everybody and help people, which is why I've created the GAPS app. I'm on this beautiful little stony bridge. Oh, look at the river. Look at the river flowing. So pretty. so lucky, so blessed. Thank you so much that I live where I live, and can appreciate the May blossoms and the birds singing and the buttercups in the field, and it is so amazing. In fact, what I should be doing is taking my shoes off right now and walking barefoot. In fact, what am I doing? Yeah, I definitely need to get the shoes off. Shoes off. Oh, that's better. You know, within about 20 minutes, they do blood work, right? They take your blood and they look at it under the microscope. And if you're charged, positively charged, there's another kind of inversion. Positively charged is not good. You get positively charged from walking on synthetic fibres and being separated from the great mother by your Wellington boot soles, the rubber soles of your shoes. Your soles of your shoes, your soles of your feet, your soul needs to be touching the mother. And within 20 minutes, right, so they do this blood work, they take your blood, and you can see all of the red blood cells that look like kind of coins stacked together, stuck together, which means they can't breathe, they can't get oxygen in, and they can't get horrible stuff out. They can't get the rubbish out. Oh, just a minute, my dog's about to have a face-off. Wait, Jack, wait. Wait. Good boy. Just wait a minute. Oh, so is mine friendly, but he just growls sometimes. Thank you so much. Sorry. Anyway, shush, Jack. Sorry.
I'm loving your crown.
Oh, thank you so much. There, I made someone smile. I made someone smile with my crown. Shush, Jack, it's okay. It's just another dog. Jack, Jack, Jack. He's happy. He's all right, really. So yes, what I was going to say was 20 minutes of walking on the earth and grounding and getting rid of that positive charge, right? You can take your blood again and do blood analysis under the microscope, and you see that all the red blood cells have separated, and they aren't like a big stack of coins anymore. They've separated and they've got space between them. And they can breathe, they can respirer, as they say. In fact, they can get the oxygen, they can get the rubbish out, they can do their work, they can do what they're supposed to do. So get out there, take your shoes and socks off, get grounded, and see me at timelesscookery.com, because I've got an amazing cookery school where I can teach you about the food as the medicine and the things we need to be enjoying. I've also got other modalities that I work with that I can't talk about on Facebook because you get banned for saying things. So everybody wake up and come and join the club, and let's talk about the really important issues. I've made some amazing connections in the last couple of days with some amazing people. Someone in the Baltic doing a permaculture project who's got some amazing wisdom and knowledge, and we need to look. That's where I got the Quest-i-on, I am on a quest thing from. It's all told to us it's all told to us in the words. We just need to break them down, you know, and really look at the words and you know, like breakfast, break fast, break your fast. And if you want to help your body, shock it a little bit by fasting a little bit. And then when you do break your fast, you feel great. You'll know about intermittent fasting, I'm sure. I'm not really that much into it for gapsters, because often gapsters are absolutely starved of nutrients and they literally need to build themselves up before they can fast. And they need to build themselves up before they do the so-called parasite cleanses. But you know, Dr. Natasha calls the parasites the cleaners, that we get them in to help us. They're already in us, but they bloom and flourish when they are doing a job, when they're fulfilling a function. So Candida helps with chelating heavy metals, for instance. So we don't want to kill the Candida. We don't want to kill all known germs dead. No, we want to know that they're there for a reason and help them to do their job. Yeah, and then everything will find its balance when we start to recolonize the gut with good guys. So that means fermented foods, fermented dairy. And fermenting is preserving. Fermentation is preservation. Yeah, those jars of food have been in the fridge 3 weeks. And, you know, they could have been out of the fridge for 3 weeks and still developed some kind of culture that would have been interesting, you know. And we can use our senses to discover whether it's good for us or not read sell-by dates and be dictated to by a machine, numbers, right? We need to come to our senses and actually smell things and taste things and look at things and use our... That's why we're here. We're sensual beings. We're earthlings in the earth, and the earth is the mother. We need to touch her with our feet and use our senses to know what's good for us, right? So try and unlearn everything we think we've learned and reverse what they're telling us. Like, look at the food pyramid, right, with all the bread at the bottom, right? We need about that much bread and that much carbs. We actually need fats as our main source, because mother's milk is 50% saturated fats. All your cells have a phospholipid membrane around them made of fats. All of your insulation on your wiring, on your nerves, is myelin sheath, which is made of fats. Yeah, your brain is 50% fat, right? And they've been told us to eat low fat. What? Anyway, we all know what's what. Get the animal fats down you in quantity. See me at timelesscookery.com, especially if you've been plant-based, so you've been vegan or vegetarian and you're thinking, I've got to make a change. Because it's difficult to just completely swap, right, from one to the other. Because the pendulum, the pendulum swings from the extreme of raw vegan to carnivore, but we don't want it to get that extreme. We're supposed to be omnivores and eat everything in moderation and with some fasting in between, some fasting and feasting. Yeah, that's the way of the world, fasting and feasting. Yeah. Anyway, darling hearts, see me at timelesscookery.com. Spread the word, because there is censorship, and come and join my cookery school. It's always the right time. There's never a wrong time to get onto the food as a medicine, and there's simple, small steps we can take, 5-minute jobs and principles that we work by, yeah? Which means coming to your senses. Anyway, lots and lots of love to you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm rather enjoying my crown today as well. I've taken off the thorns, but the May blossom's really beautiful at the moment, isn't it? All right, Lisa, all right, Andy, thank you for being here with me, and lots of love to you. Spread the word and see you at timelesscookery.com. Bye.